Hey there, it's me Night Simmer and I'm bringing you another Create-A-Sim. This time I'm going to be making the main 6 Winx Club girls. So this has probably been brought on by the fact that I've been re-watching the old animated series. Not the Netflix one, though I have watched that and I think I will put in some of my thoughts of that. But as of right now, I'm just going to chat about the video a little bit. So here I am just making Bloom. In the end, I ended up happy with her, and then I was going through taking my screenshots of her and I feel like I could have done better. But I feel that way about some of the girls, but I still think they all look really good. But in my attempt to make them all look different, they don't all look how I actually imagine they would look, because I was trying so hard to get them to all look differently. I searched ages to try and get the right colour hair for Bloom, but I think in the end I settled for one that's like, seems really cartoony orange, but technically her hair is cartoony orange, so that's how that works. So whilst you watch me struggle to find this hair, I think that, yeah, there you go, there's the hair I'm going for. No, it's not actually. I think I do go back to that one. Sorry, I am waffling. Whilst past me is doing this, I will chat to you about my thoughts on Bloom in Fate the Winx Saga, shall I? Because I'll be honest, I liked her at first. I didn't hate her. I kind of do enjoy that show. I will watch the second season. As long as you just forget that it's meant to be based on the Winx. Just forget the source material, and actually it's not a bad show. I'll admit it, I quite liked it. But I will admit that as the show went on, Bloom just really started to annoy me. Like, she really started to grind on me. Like, spoilers for this one, but the fact that she just carries on and goes against everything everyone says and starts to think they're all trying to betray her or whatever it was. Yeah, it just really got on my nerves, and then she basically almost messes everything up for everyone, and then obviously she goes and saves them all. But it was actually quite good. It was just this constant like thing of like her being unnecessarily stupid really got on my nerves. Okay, so with this outfit, I used a mix of her original outfit, which is the yellow and blue top that is in that style, and the jeans that she had, but I don't have any bell bottoms. That's where that outfit came from, and then I tried to mimic the shoes. And then here is her Winx form. Pretty simple. I put the wings on later, I did forget them. And then moving on to Stella, who... Right. Now I'm going to get into my opinions on the Netflix series, okay? Why is there a love triangle? No one wanted the love triangle. We wanted Brandon. We didn't want her to have some X thing with Sky. And it's stupid the way they make her mean. For no reason other than for drama. Like, I just don't like the way they created this love triangle just to create conflict between Stella and Bloom, when in the original thing it's Stella that finds Bloom and brings her to Althea. Like, it's just really annoying the way they've done that, and the whole history with her and Sky. It's just, I'm not there for it. They should have just put Brandon in. Yeah, it's not it. And she does have her little redemption thing and that, and honestly, I'm interested to see where they take the thing with her mum and that in the next season. But yeah, that's my main thoughts on Stella. So with this one, I think I did kind of draw from, I'm trying to remember what her, like, that actress they chose from it. I think she does end up looking a bit like that. Not like actually, but like in my mind, what I remember her looking as is what she ends up looking like here, if that makes any sense. And I try and put this hair on her, and I couldn't get the colour I wanted. I actually really wanted her to have that yellow colour I want. And I do actually use this hair later for Flora, which is mimicking one of her later transformations. Here you go, I get a better yellow I want here, and this actually is, I think it's like her Charmix, not her Charmix, what am I saying? It's like her Believix or something, where she has the two little ponytails. Stella was ahead of her time with all these trends, really. They all had the little front bits and stuff. And here I'm bringing in the fact of, you know, she wears that like green top and the orange skirt in her main outfit. If you know what I'm talking about, you know, and I doubt you're watching this video if you don't have a slight clue of Winx Club. So I was trying to bring that into it. I was also trying to, as you can see here, I've made Stella sort of like skinnier and less curvy because I was trying to give them all, I do thick her up a bit because she looked like unnaturally skinny. Here, I think it's the skirts I was putting on her. Some skirts you put on them and trousers, they like weirdly flatten the girls out and it's weird. But yeah, I was trying to give all of the girls different body types just so that they looked a bit different, because obviously they all have that exact same body type in the original cartoon. And so I just wanted to try and give them like, not like drastically different, but you know, like slightly different, just to make them a bit more realistic, though they're not realistic, are they? They've got their like bright thingy and everything, and I tried to do the makeup on all of them, but there isn't much makeup, and I tried to make the lipstick work, but sometimes it just clashes with the new colours I picked. So that is how that one works. And in the end, I think that outfit's really cute, though I do later wish that I'd saved that top for Flora. But I think it really worked for Stella anyway. Did I? No, I was redoing it. I thought I'd put her wings on her main outfit then. I downloaded these outfits, and the wings were separate. They were from a different creator, and it's got like literally all of their wings all the way up to whatever the most recent one is that I've never even watched because it went on past my young childhood or whatever. But I think the outfits are pretty good the way they work. Some of them I have to put a different top over because they're technically only bottoms, and for me to put them in world I had to give them a top, so that's how that worked. And here I am I try as hard as I can to match them to their original counterparts. Here I am on Flora, and I try and make them as close as I can. And I don't know if it's just me, but when I look at watch the cartoon, I swear their noses are actually drawn differently when it zooms in and it gives a little bit more detail. Like Flora's looks really turned up, like I've tried to put it. And I think it's Icy's, who I don't make, but Icy's, I swear, looks like she has a wider bridge on her nose and stuff. I swear they have got different noses, but I don't know if it's just me trying to see something that's not actually there or not. But out of all the Sims, I think Flora does actually turn out to be my favourite, which is... I was going to say ironic, but I've always loved Flora, so I don't know why that's so ironic. And in my mind, she always seems to have this really smizey look on her eyes. Here you go, here's me bringing that hair out of her. She always seems to have a really smizey look, which is what I tried to pull across and give to her, and I think I achieved it. I think she's got the look I was going for, which might be why she's my favourite, because she turned out the closest to what I sort of kind of see her as, if that makes any sense. And yeah, so not much more to say about Flora, apart from the fact that I'm fuming that she was replaced with Terra. I get it, oh, Terra's her cousin. I am going to flip-flop between just chatting and then sort of talking about the Netflix series. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the show, but not as a recreation, not as a, how do I say this? But not as something that is apparently sourced from Winx. It's not there for me, it's missing a lot of stuff to make it Winx for me. I did find this top, I thought it was really cute, a little leafy top, and then she just gets this checked skirt because I didn't want too many clashing patterns, and I could have found her a flowery one, but I didn't want to clash the leaves, so I gave her the checkered one and then these cute little bow shoes, which gave me total Flora vibes, for honest. I debated seeing if I had any floral tights, but I didn't, and here I am just giving her some little freckles on her nose, which she doesn't actually have, but it came with that nose detail, so I just let her keep them. And here is her outfit. I think out of all of them, hers looks the best and the closest. She obviously doesn't have her necklace, but she does get her arm bits, which I do find. But there are some little bits. As I was saying, this is one of the best creations of their original transformation costumes that I have seen. Because I was hunting for a long while to try and find them, but there are the little things missing, but they're minor things, Bloom's crown. I didn't have Bloom's crown. Musa's headphones I couldn't put on anyway because the wings are in the hat section, so it wouldn't have mattered. And Tekna's hat is actually a beanie, I think I briefly just flash it on screen and I'm like, no, not worth getting rid of the wings, so I choose the wings over that. We're on to Musa now. I've tried really hard to make sure that I kept Musa as Asian heritage, because obviously that's one of the things that again annoyed me and a lot of people, changing in the Netflix thing, was the complete like whitewashing of everyone except Aisha / Layla. I don't even remember what I knew her as when I was younger. I'm rewatching it now, and apparently it's Layla in the British one. In the English one. But yeah, so apparently it's Layla, though in my brain I see her as Aisha, so it's one of those. And then, how was I chatting? Oh yeah, and then just the blatant removal of Flora and Tekna. You've probably heard all this so many times, so I'm not going to go on about too much, but obviously it's my personal thing, and it took me a while. I was so like annoyed with the casting that it took me a minute to even realise that they had gotten rid of Tekna, because I was just so like blindsided by it. But yeah, I don't know where that hair came from, the one that just flashed on the screen. It only comes in that one colour, so I'm assuming I must have somehow managed to download it with all this Winx stuff. But as far as I know, I didn't download any hairs because I had no like intention of using any. And I did try really hard to give Musa her like bluey black hair, but I really wanted to use these pigtails. I could have sworn I had higher up pigtails, but I think I must have them for kids or children, and no, toddlers or children instead. And then they get changed to these, I guess, when it's older. But yeah, so she has these low down ones and they're just black. And I gave her those trousers. I gave them in the original colour of what her like original jeans were. Obviously I don't have a reference photo of that on screen. But yeah, oh, this is one of the moments where I'd said like the skirt is the whole piece. Instead of having it in an outfit, it was as the trousers, so I had to put that top on, otherwise she had a pink bra over the top. But yeah, on to Tekna. I'm trying to remember what I was saying about Musa. Oh yeah, I did try and like sort of just update their outfits, so I tried to keep the original vibes that they had going with it, but then also sort of modernise it a bit and then sort of not modernise it. I don't know, I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. But yeah, again, you'll see me here try and find a nose and make it look different and make Tekna look different from all the girls I've previously done, because I didn't want to have them all be the exact same. Like, I didn't want to just have the same copy and paste girl, because obviously in my head they're not copy and paste of each other. And so here I am just trying to make Tekna look different. I think I do end up making her look quite different, but through a lot of like struggling and being like, does this work? And I think in my attempt to try and make her look different, I do make her look a bit like what I wouldn't actually think she looks like, but that's fine, I guess. Making her eyes blue there, I never realised how many of them have blue eyes. Like, in my brain, they all had sort of more correlating eyes, but no, it's like Stella's are like ambery brown, and then Flora's are green, but all the others have blue eyes. Like, I had no knowledge of this. Here I am trying to go for Tekna's hair. I tried really hard to get the right colour. I think I do end up straying a bit. But I think I also end up using a hairstyle that is more similar to one of her later like transformations instead. Because when I had this going, I had like references to the left of me that I was looking at. So I had multiple different versions of the girls that I was drawing from for their like everyday outfits. So that's why they end up looking a bit odd from like their original costumes, because I wasn't just referencing the original costumes, I was referencing multiple separate costumes. I really wish I could make custom content, because if I could, I feel like I would have. I was trying to give her 3/4 lengths here and I couldn't find any that fitted her vibe, so I couldn't. But anyway, I really wish I knew how to make CC, because I feel like I would have so much fun creating stuff like this, like creating the fun little like 2000s outfits that the girls wear, and like creating their like transformation outfits. Like, I feel like I'd have so much fun with it, but I think that's me there checking that she didn't look to have the same colour palette as Flora, and I think I felt like it was too similar. And so I'm trying to switch it. I think she ends up with like a completely purple outfit, maybe. Oh no, she keeps those jeans actually. I'm a big fat liar. So I will explain this. So that her like bodysuit ends up with a skirt over it, because as you can see, I'm searching forever for her bottoms. And then find out that her top piece is sort of made like this weird leotard instead of just being made into one whole bodysuit. Again, nothing against the person who made this. I'm not sure who it is. I wish I could tell you, but I went through so many sources that I'd lost track. But yeah, so you could see her underwear underneath, which is why I have to give her that skirt, because it was really obvious underwear. But she does have skirts in her later transformation, so I didn't think it was too serious. Okay, now we're on to Layla. I'm going to call her Layla because that's what I've been hearing her name as for the past like however many days. So once again, I was surprised to find out she had blue eyes. Didn't know that. Away from my knowledge. And I will be honest, her outfit is the one that gave me the most trouble trying to find. Because for some reason her outfit just doesn't exist out there. People don't seem to be willing to make her outfit. So she has the thing where her top looks completely different because her whole outfit was set on bottoms. Yeah, so she ends up with the green version of that top I'd put on Tekna's every day. And when I looked up, that is how the creator had put it. So I don't know if they accidentally created the whole thing as trousers or if they meant for it to be like that. But, you know, like I said, I can't create CC, so I can't diss any of this. One thing I was really sad about was I couldn't get the right colour for Aisha's hair. Like, I really wanted to be able to give her that, like, reddy brown, but just I couldn't get it to work anywhere. Here I am tweaking her face again because I could not get it to look how I wanted it to. Because I felt like I had to, like, differ from the original source material so much on her one. Because I wanted her to look real. And so I tried to make her, in the end, look closer to her. I didn't have any reference of whoever plays her in the, I can't remember who it is, in the Fate the Winx Saga, but trying to make her look more like her rather than this cartoon one, because otherwise I just felt like she looked like basically a white girl with a really, really bad fake tan on. And I didn't want her to look like that. I didn't want her to look like a white girl who I had just darkened her skin, because obviously then I'm going completely against, and my whole point of me being annoyed at them whitewashing the live action just makes no sense when I've just made a white girl and made her skin darker. So that was that point. And I was adamant to try and give her this like sporty look, because at least in the second and third seasons, she does have that like sporty hoodie thing, and that was the only one, which is why I went with that one. Here you go, here's me putting her little top on. And so I think it's coming to the end of this video. So I don't have much more to talk about. I think I managed to get in everything I wanted. So enjoy the photo shoots at the end. Goodbye!